Oh, then we should have overhead lights on.
Oh, sure. Welcome everybody to an episode of LangTime Studio that is late because of me. Very, very sorry. I know that the minutes between 2 p.m. and the time we actually start is unbearable.
You really need... You need to... I think you have to, like, make the base bigger for the tripod to not fall over.
Well, it could be that, or I just push this a little more that way, which is what I usually do.
Okay. Listen, we've got a phone attached to a tripod for later, and it just keeps wanting to fall over. But I think the tripod legs get pushed in when we store it.
All right.
David, okay, David's doing it now. And do you want to say disconnect on your phone?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I thought that was audio.
No. Oh. Crumb.
Isn't there a way to make it bigger?
Yeah, you gotta just push real hard.
Oh.
That's it.
That looks awful.
Yes, how it goes. Anyway, oof.
That was exciting.
Oof. Well, we kind of get settled here, and I set things up. We can go ahead and start with the specumology section of, or portion of the stream, as we do every week. Specumology, of course, stands for speculative etymology. In this week's, we only got one, actually. This week's comes from Patrick, and no, I'm sorry to say, the word hairdo is not a clipping of hair dude. Not sure why you thought that was the case. Anyway, we do have a poll, and the poll has results, and those results changed today, like in the last 30 minutes. Wild stuff. Wait, no, not GarageBand. Oh crap, it's gonna break everything.
Oh, everything's already broken. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Okay. Font Lab. And there's our doc. And I'm gonna sneeze.
Uh-oh. Bless you.
So sorry. Okay. Miles broke their glasses. Goodness.
Oh, no. Oh, babe, I need strong hands. Can you open that for me?
Okay.
Thank you. Can't have my coconut water if I can't open it. Okay, I don't feel so bad. You had to work at it.
No, just the second time. That one actually wasn't too bad. All right. Pivleridian says that Cyclops might not be related to Ops, which is, eye or face. That would be something, wouldn't it? Cow stealer?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
I'm so excited to look up Cyclops now.
That makes sense. It might. No, indeed. Pivleridian then follows up with it might instead be related to the same root as klepto and have originally meant cow thief.
Wiktionary just says it comes from round eyes. That's unfortunate.
I would love to be known as a cow thief. Steal them and then pet them. Just give them nice pets. Let them feel loved. Okay. Actually, here, I guess I'll go ahead and get the poll out of the way. I think it was misunderstood by some. And so I'll just try to explain it. Let me make sure. Yeah. what do I need? Oh, well, I need it to be in frame. All right. So this poll came from Jessie. This poll was Jessie's idea. And her idea was basically a simple orthography question that was related to our numbers, which is, would the numbers be based on letters, or would the numbers be based on, or just be abstract, numeral representations? And I don't know. I think this notion completely flummoxed some who did not understand what the poll meant, but said so too late, I think, for us to do anything about. Anyway, at the 11th hour, the winner by one vote was abstract numeric glyphs, as opposed to reusing the abjadic glyphs. One in a squeaker. A little bat squeaker.
You might say it raced by.
Yeah. Yeah, Jonathan is stunned and disappointed.
I kind of am too.
Yes, so am I.
Because I thought there would be a lot of different ways to assign the letter-shaped glyphs to numbers, and it didn't necessarily have to be based on order. One of the things I was thinking was based on number of strokes they would have perceived in the earliest written form, and that could easily be assigned to a number.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was very excited about figuring out fun ways of making our letter-shaped glyphs also be used for the numbers.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to it too. It also would have meant just fewer characters to design overall, which would have meant that the orthography was done quicker.
Oh, no. I hear our viewers love orthography sessions.
I hear they do too. So, I mean...
And they're looking forward to dragging this out as long as possible.
Yeah, at least 2 more episodes, I think. Anyway, so...
By 2, you mean? Oh, 2 additional
episodes
on top of however many 8 or 10 it takes to get an orthography in the first place. Yeah.
Yep. So, anyway... there it is. I will now go back to, Lexergy. And I want to show off something. Lexergy was previously at this URL that was lexergy.versals-app. something or other.
Which, I mean, you still could have gotten there from the other. But...
Yeah, but now you just go to lexergy.com, hit the sound changer, and for us, the examples, and there it is.
Yeah.
Very, very, very cool. And this, again, is the wonderful work of Graham Hill, who created Lexergy entirely on his own, and has benefited the entire conlanging community. So, congratulations to Paul. Let's see here. And we're gonna, I'm gonna attempt to, we need something to kind of ground us, so.
If you wanted anyone else to see that, you gotta turn on the camera.
Yeah, no.
Is this just for me?
No, I want them to see it eventually.
Oh, you gotta get it ready?
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do to make sure that it is in frame. Oh my goodness. There we go.
Just like votes that come in the day after a presidential election don't get to count. These votes right now rolling in after we've announced the results don't get to count.
Yep.
And David's not eating another onion, so y'all have done it now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. We need iPhone. And I see that today it is rotated 90 degrees.
It sure is. Boy, that's exciting.
You know, every time I put this on, it's just at a random angle. I have no idea what to do. This was, by the way, was what I did to orient things.
It's very cute. That's why I thought he was just drawing it for me.
Yeah. Let's see here. So if we...
Oh, and also to acknowledge, Patrick, I saw that you put in the other Wiktionary article, and yeah, I went and read that. But it also seems very dubious, as they then say it would have been like every other cattle thief, and therefore no way to actually say this is how it came from.
Yeah, it's almost falling off the edge.
You're never going to be able to actually write. Oh, God, it's still shaking.
There we go. Look at that. Fantastic. Instead of moving the... you like that?
I do, but like I don't know how you're going to write anything with any sort of good precision or comfort.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh. All right, watch. I can write. Ooh,
that's my name.
You bet it is. Jesse.
With the appropriate number of vowels.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Oh, you know what? You can't really see the
I
dot.
can see it. Aww.
There we go. Okay. So let's shut that off. Make sure that that's visible. It is not. And make sure that we can get Jesse's screen.
It momentarily showed up. You momentarily showed more than you intended to show on screen.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's not a nightmare.
Right, so we're going to have to like start the call when you're ready. It drains my battery. And so when we're ready, I'll be ready to go. But like otherwise, like I'm happy to wait until you're super ready.
We can always
to start the call.
Plug in another plug.
Then we need like an extension cord because we're out of plugs.
Will my magnetic thing from over there reach?
Oh goodness, no! Like.
You sure?
Plus, it would mean that I couldn't get up at all because I would have to unplug it every time.
Oh yeah, but it's magnetic. So
that's too much.
It plugs and unplugs.
We're just
going
to kill my battery. Let's go. Do it. Call me.
Well,
but make sure it's not on the screen.
Well, look, we can wait.
No, because I need to ask you. Actually, let me ask you these 3 questions.
Okay.
Then
3 questions. You're allowed 3 questions.
Well, and it's really 3 questions that are the same. We have the verbs to fly, to breathe, and to bounce, all of which get used for inflectional markers, and all of which are pretty short. Did we want to keep those forms as is for the actual verbs to fly, to breathe, to bounce? Or do we want to supplement them in some way, whether through reduplication or creating some sort of intensifier, something to make it like a verb versus a grammatical martyr?
Grammatical martyr. Somebody write that down. That could be a cool thing. You said grammatical martyr instead of marker.
I said marker, but I had to hold my breath because something was going on. So
still though, grammatical martyr has to be a thing. Okay, so
when you have a slight hiccup and you try to say a K at the same time, it doesn't sound the same. I'm going to say.
Okay, so I don't remember the third one, but for these 2, I think that rah with the H should remain. After all, it's to fly. It seems like it should be a pretty short, pretty basic word. I did bounce as the other one. Thank you so much.
Yep.
I did have another idea for breathe. I think we should reduplicate that.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It comes out he.
And so I just type into Lexergy, I'll just do he, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And go forward with such results. Okay.
And then for bounce, I think we actually, yes. Okay.
You think we
Yeah,
did
yeah,
we do it?
I've got it. So for to bounce, where was it? It is going to be and then here I'll do this up for you. And so I guess an old word would have been that, right? Old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that's right. It is.
Okay.
Now, new word.
Oh, dag nabbit.
What'd I do?
Pages just unexpectedly quit on me.
Oh.
I'm glad I wasn't on screen.
Yeah.
Just one moment while I reopen Pages. I was looking forward to seeing what you were typing.
Well, now you're just going to open up to it.
Oh, no. So, it won't let me open the file, and it's showing a cloud with an exclamation mark in it.
Okay.
And so I'm going to give it a moment to try to... Oh, wait. Exclamation mark went away. I think I might be in. I think my whole system had a hiccup, babe. Okay. And those are good. Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to see if I can join you without breaking everything. Nope, I cannot join you. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
So to hit to bounce.
Jonathan shares, have I ever mentioned that when I was a kid, my dad's version of Dagnabbit was Dog Rabbit?
Oh, Dog Rabbit. I like that.
That's really good. That's becoming a part of my vocabulary. Anyway, so yeah, I remembered that we had a word for to hit and that was very small. And so I thought that would be a good word for bounce.
That's perfect.
All right.
All right, and I'm going to take this away. Because if everybody recalls, oh, you want me to enter the archaic forms?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just writing that so that we know.
Okay. Okay. I am going to continue cleaning up the document. That is what I'm doing.
Well, I also had a special request, and this can be something that we all think about, you and I and everybody watching, and just as things go. Let me see if I can, if I have an easy way of doing this. Okay, is preview available on this? Oh, huh. Preview isn't available on this. Let me add one. All right. Screen capture. Add existing. I could have sworn.
Sworn?
I could have sworn.
I feel like any lag you may have experienced may have been the same issue that something happened with my system crashing. I don't know.
Yeah, I have a feeling too.
As a side note, big thank you to Jake, who swooped in with a perfect and wonderful solution to my Lexergy problem today. It's very exciting. And now I know another way to cause glomination that will hopefully not kill other things. At least it worked in this language, so woo!
Okay, so as some of you may remember, this is the bat's flag. It was, of course,
Right.
inspired partially by the flag of Maryland, which, of course, is Jonathan's home state, living in Baltimore as they do. And so the idea...
I think you meant John Tamor. But...
John Tamor. Oh my gosh. Where did I share the John Tamor book? Was it only on Discord or was it on here?
I don't remember. Anyway.
Oh man. Oh, in my new what was it? Living in Joy book. I didn't mention ayahuasca. Dang, that's a shame.
That is a shame.
But the idea behind this flag is that, and remember the name of the Bat Kingdom is that they were these 4 separate Bat clans that then came together and formed the Bat Nation. Mm-hmm. And these 4 clans are still separate when it comes to the Great Bat Races. And so there's clan loyalty for that. But this flag combined 4 different color schemes and icons for 4 very different flags. In fact, I should make those because it's not like the flags each look like these. They combine to make these things. Anyway, so I was at some point in time we're going to have to name these clans and come up with ideas for what they're like, and also perhaps assign different class types to each one. Anyway, so I was just thinking as kind of background, we can brainstorm, come up with some ideas for these 4 different clans, maybe come up with names. So anyway, boop.
Wait, you want me to come up with names today?
No,
that's much later. Yeah.
Not necessarily. It's just brainstorming. Like coming up with ideas and stuff. And I'm here. We can.
It's hard for me to brainstorm while I'm doing cleaning up work.
Well, you can do. Look, it's just a long-term goal. It's whatever.
Okay. I feel like I momentarily futzed out because Maddie had written that she's been in Maryland forever, and forever was in all caps, which immediately made me be like, oh my God, she's a vampire. She's like eternal, an eternal creature. And then other people had glommed onto it. So I was reading about, her experiences with the dinosaurs and protozoa and whatnot, and I got a little sidetracked and then realized I should really be just paying attention to you, not trying to reach out at the same time. And so I think I latched on to the wrong bit where it was like, we need names today.
Yeah. So,
sorry.
A part of my history, shall we say, is back when I was in college, and I was. For a bit, I was submitting a lot of short stories to various places for publication. I was trying anything. I found one that was like a vampire magazine, and I don't write that type of stuff. But I took one story, and I was like, I guess maybe if you wink at it, you could say there's something vampire-ish in here. Anyway, submitted it.
Was there a Dark Knight?
I submitted it to the Vampire magazine, and they turned it down for not having, obvious vampires in it. But they said that it was really good and really high quality, and if there was something else that was more vampiric, then they would accept it. Anyway, and so I was like, all right, fine. I guess I'm writing a vampire story. So I wrote a vampire short story that was, I guess, the best, not the best you could say, but it was, it kind of, it was like it was a self-hating vampire type thing. Anyway, submitted this, and they said, "Hey, this is really well written, but at this magazine we're kind of pro vampire,
positivity,
positive, and so maybe if you have something else that was more positive." I'm like, all right, fine. I guess I'm really doing this, and so then I went for a third try and wrote. Well, in this case, a second vampire story. This one, which was the vampires were more excited about being vampires and doing vampire things, and got a letter back from them saying, it's not quite there, but it's really close if you want to try submitting something again. And I was like, I'm done. And so
you failed to make them happy. They liked everything else you did until you tried to make the vampires happy, and they were like...
It was, yeah.
I will say, having read your books, you do tend towards the not happy.
I suppose so. It's more fun.
And so I could see... some of the struggles.
But yeah, so I have technically written 2 vampire stories, short stories. They exist. And also 2 copies of these stories exist, at least virtually somewhere, for some vampire magazine from the early 2000s.
Do they exist here in this house?
I mean, they're probably on the computer. The only thing is, I don't know if they were written in ClarisWorks or AppleWorks.
Oh, and the Claris works, you can't open anything, can you? You can't even force those.
Yeah. I did have some success in that time, though. I had one short story that won a competition, and I got $250. It was the Texas Tech Honors College literary magazine called Elysium.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I won that competition, and then I took I also got to take prestigious in that it was the only one that exists in the entire campus, the one short fiction class at UC Berkeley my senior year. So that was kind of a thing.
And yeah, we've got more than one word for vampire in Ajnamari, so
that's right.
We can talk about multiple kinds of vampires.
Oh yeah. That show should have kept going. Mm-hmm. I swear the Peacock just didn't understand that what they were doing was fun camp.
Yeah.
If you were signed up for that, it was.
Yeah. So and specifically, Peacock as a company trying to decide if they're going to renew the show, at that administrative level, didn't understand what they had, whereas everybody working on the show understood, loved it, and leaned into it, and created something very fun.
Yeah.
It's really, really unfortunate that it was not given a chance to be renewed, and I'm never going to find out what happened in the slight cliffhanger at the end of season 1. Mm. It's like Emerald City all over again. Mm. Oh, I was devastated that didn't get a season 2, and I was left on a cliffhanger.
Let's see.
Anyway.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Uh-oh.
What?
Shit. I'm going to have to block that out. I didn't realize. I found it, but then, of course, it had more information on it than it should have.
It sure did.
Because, of course, it was a submission. It was a short story submission. Why didn't I think of that?
Gosh, David.
But yeah.
We had to think of that on all of the language documents. We've had to go back and take info off.
Oh, man. I'm sweating now because...
It's not our address, so we're good.
It's not, and also that poor phone number is dead now.
And
this
so
is the last landline.
Well, it may not be dead. Someone may have picked it up, but it's not going to be David who picks
True.
up. It's
that's right.
Unfortunate, but I do love that you were able to locate this submission.
Okay. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh my God! And it's named after a Doors song, and the 2 characters are named after members of the Doors. This is awesome.
Is this the happy one? Or
no, this is the one I remember now. Basically, there is 2 vampire friends, and they are ruining their time as vampires, or one of them is, and suggesting that their lives were immoral, and so he's decided to kill himself by just sitting on the beach and waiting for the sun to rise, and then he convinces his friend to join him because their lives are bad. Or they've been bad people. I don't know. Anyway, so that was the bad one. I'm done looking at this. I am sweating. Right now, and it's not because of the heat. It's because of embarrassment. God.
We all got a preview of what it was written about.
Oh, God. Oh. Anyway. And it's not even just because, of the story. It's because, there was an address and telephone number. And then it's like, if I go back and edit the stream.
Is it any consolation that it's all old information?
I know. It is.
Is it?
It is. Okay. It's no longer relevant. But
I feel like that's something.
I know. But it's like, the other thing is like, if I go back and edit the stream by blurring it out.
The live chat.
Yeah, live chat doesn't replay anymore.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense, by the way. I don't understand.
But they will get the live chat in the screen. That stays there. So, it's unfortunate, but I think it'll make you feel better. So. It's okay.
Anyway. What am I even doing with my life? Ugh.
Well, you're going to make sure the screen is blacked out, and then you're going to do whatever you need to do to generate the screen share with me, and then I'm going to go in Do Not Disturb mode, so that way nothing pops up on my screen.
Okay.
And then we are going to get this party started.
Everything is fine. Oh, I was going to show this. There's our names. Everything is fine. Feel free.
Oh, I think I'm going to do one other thing today. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, am I supposed to start the call?
Yeah, because...
That's right, because
it didn't work the other way. It allowed me to see your screen. Like, we couldn't get it so it was correctly showing.
Okay.
Oh, and I have to be...
It's got to be FaceTime audio.
We did it through messages where you clicked on my info and then requested screen sharing?
Yeah, but it's got to be FaceTime audio. Like, it's got to go through FaceTime.
Yeah. God, all the phones. Because listen, the only... There we go. I'm muted. Have you muted me?
Okay. Try it.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. So the only person... All of my ringers are turned off, but if David calls me, that overrides all of my ringers are turned off. It's going to ring. And on one thing, he is coded as the Office theme song. As another thing, he's coded as the Peanuts theme song. And it's just because I like the music and it makes me happy. The Linus and Lucy theme song. Love the names. I totally, if I had two animals, would name them Linus and Lucy.
You've had a lot of pets.
I've never had a pet I got to name.
Ah.
Like, as an adult, I've never had a pet I got to name, and I didn't fall in love with the names Linus and Lucy until later.
Ah.
And, in fact, Linus was one of the names I had considered for a boy child. But, anyway, all that is to say, that's why all the ringers go off. It's not a normal thing. Yeah. And yes, it was Linus and Lucy.
Oh, I have to request the screen share.
Oh, we haven't even screen shared.
Ask to share. Sorry.
Oh,
what a time.
And I'm going to show this. Share this window. Is it just sharing the actual... I said window, but like it should just be showing my my pages when you're looking at it, right? Like it's not showing anything else?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
There it is. Oh, my God. My God.
We survived. Look at us. Okay, I'm going to take notes.
Barely.
Here. Okay, I can't write like that. I'm on the wrong side. Silly me putting my writing surface on my left side when I'm a right-handed person. I know this.
Okay.
Oh, I had a fat pen picked out. I want a not fat pen.
Viewing Jesse's window. Doc, that's my window. I'm going to go back here.
Which goes to here.
By the way, so yeah, we're one line short here. That was easy to do, but I did want to say something about this glyph. I spent a long time at the end of the stream trying to get it just right and still didn't, and then was like, I'm fine with this. But especially once you put the line up, it really has to line up exactly with this edge. And since I already admitted, well, why not just have a glyph that's a little bit longer, then I didn't have to go through all that work. I could just make these angles whatever I wanted and just make the glyph longer, because there's no big deal with having glyphs that are different widths. After all, we've got M and N. Can you imagine if they were the same width? Ugh. Anyway, so I'm redoing this glyph, doing it super easy, and I think it's going to be this one. Yeah, I actually like that. So this is going to be it. Because look, it's at 152, but you know, it's close. Okay. Okay. So that's going to be that. We don't need that anymore.
Okay.
We need us a straight line.
Oh, goodness, Tinglish. Best of luck to the train catching.
That Tinglish, always catching trains.
Wait a minute. I wish I could put this FaceTime thing in the background.
I do too. It's
really annoying.
Yeah, it gets in the way.
It's like right where I need to click on things to open something new.
I wish that Apple developers would watch our streams, because we give them so much good advice about how to improve their products. And yet
here we are. Okay. Now, obviously, flying is going to be a flying class gerund.
No, that's intriguing. Well, if that's 152, then I guess this has to be at 750.
Okay. This starts the portion of the stream where if you're not comfortable listening to two people have completely different conversations, it's going to be a rough day for you.
We could passive aggressively have different conversations, as if each of us like hates what the other one is doing and thinks that what they're doing is the most important. Just moving this line to make the really cool orthography that everybody loves. That's too much. That's going to be
too much movement, or too much
that's going to be down at 600.
do up here.
Woo! Look at that.
Boy, you scared me.
Sorry. That line, that point is at 589. That point is at 600. Yet it looks like the point is higher.
No.
That is a visual illusion, as opposed to an audio illusion. Oh my God.
Okay, David.
I'm finally feeling more normal. Yes?
Can you remind me? Why don't I just look at what's obviously done right here? Never mind. Never mind. You don't need to remind me of anything.
Oh my God. That point's at 232 and this one's at 231. Even though they're both 152 lefty to righty. How's that? Oh boy.
I was working on something that involved it was a pattern type thing. It was for a knitting thing, and I was looking at it slightly miscued when I was counting. And so I had encountered a roughly similar paradox where it's like, but I counted from here and this got me this many this many stitches. But when I counted from here, it got me a different number, but it's supposed to be even on both sides. And it took me a very long time to figure out what was going on.
Oh.
I just wanted to.
By the way, just a note that you're very high in the window.
Right. So I need this to be like this, right? Oh, I'm very high.
Yeah.
Because I was slouching and then I sat up straight. I mean, I can't keep moving my computer. So when I slouch, I'm going to slouch off the bottom, and I will slouch at some point.
That's all right. It's just nice to see you, that's all.
No one needs to see me.
Everybody needs to see you. Though I am tempted. Who was the one, was it Hannah? Who had that live stream during last year's World Building Festival, and she'll be here again at this World Building Festival, September 4th through 6th, right?
Sounds
where she had some sort of avatar that was like animated.
Yes, I would love that. If we could not have ourselves on screen, I'd be down with that.
Incidentally, that World Building Festival, that is a project of Madeline James. And so you can find out more about it over at Madeline James World Builds. There are going to be lots of people presenting there, including me and Jesse, and Jake and Miles of Let's Have a Booba. I'm sorry, I read Miles's comment. David and Jesse become VTubers, and I almost said, let's have a Vooba.
Woo!
And
my goodness.
Yeah. There's something very alluring about Vooba. Ooh, Vooba. And it's so close to Greek. Then what else? Somebody else. Oh, other people. I believe World Building Pasta will be there. Maybe there will be a Mads appearance. I don't know. Bibloredian. Yeah.
Yes, sorry, you can keep talking. I just have a question when you're finished.
Yeah, go ahead.
So our verb to breathe, he, very cute.
Yeah.
As soon as we start adding suffixes, it just becomes hie plus something else. Do you want to shorten it back down when it takes inflections versus when it stands alone, it's he? But then when it's actually like with suffixes, it, for instance, doesn't become ra or he.
Let's take a look.
Some of them are good, and you just get the, like with the actual verb suffixes and prefixes, you're just getting he with whatever it's joining with. But like with the noun class markers, when we get our gerund form, we're getting he. And if we think it belongs in the small class, it would be he.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But I happen to think that it should either go in the big class or the flying class. And I am totally fine with that full reduplication.
Okay.
Hiera. And both of those will be short despite what they say.
I think flying, because like, it's air.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Nice. Oh, I did something I wanted to show everybody. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Let me see. No, you're not going to be able to see it at all because it's covered up. Let me see. Jesse, can you look at the screen and tell me if you see the code at the bottom? Something where it says feature, liga, required ligatures, anything like that. highlighted.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like it's because I'm looking at a screen within a screen, like, so it's very small, so I couldn't read what it said, but the highlighting, I definitely see where that is on
Excellent.
the screen.
Okay, no problem. Something I did in the time in between is I created all of the letter forms, and we discovered some very interesting things about the, like, this isn't the romanization. How do you call this? This is essentially what you're going to have to type in order to get the Ngdak font. Very interesting things, including that for the ch fricative, you're going to have to type in a character. So we used X for that, despite the fact that X is used in our romanization for a click. C is unused, so we've assigned that to Angma because Angma plus E plus a stop, that is alveolar, or an affricate, produces the click. No, not that one. That click, which you spell with a C. But either way, we also realized that you have to be able to type our Angma letter with one character. And so we're actually going to use Ang in our, not in our romanization, but in our input. Same with C. And it's all because you can get sequences of things. You can get sequences of Angma plus G. Oh, and that's the other thing. B, D, and G are now going to be spelling the pre-nasalized stops. You're not going to be able to spell the pre-nasalized stops like MB or anything like that, because you can have sequences of M followed by pre-nasalized stop. It's taking me back to Ingala. And then also, how did we do DZ? Oh, yeah. Because there's no proto-Z. Z is going to be pre-nasalized DZ. By the way, this is our air conditioner. You're going to hear it. It's summer. It's pretty hot here, allegedly. Well, at least it's hot here for some.
It's hot here for your wife.
Indeed.
Go ahead and admit that it's my fault.
I mean, it's just a hot day. It's a hot day. It's going to hit 90, apparently. Which, truth be told, makes me want to go outside.
It makes me want to wither and wilt.
The sun. Anyway, figured all that out, and so now we can actually put the characters where they belong. Sorry, so that was the only thing I just wanted to show. Because, yeah, input methods are like an entire thing when you're creating a font, and it's something that you have to consider. So now we can put these things in their place, because right now they're in random places and I don't remember what is what. So, do you have your iPad handy?
This thing sitting right beside me?
Well, I guess what I meant to say was, is it on the thing, is it like on your pictures?
No, because right now it's on my notes for what I'm doing. So you're going to have to wait until I finish doing this real quick.
Wait, I have a feeling I wrote this down somewhere.
Okay.
I did write it down. Okay. So the flying squirrel is Angma, and...
Okay, now, David, I can show you the page that you wanted.
So this character is glottal stop. And just as a reminder, this is what we're using Jesse's drawings.
I'm glad to hear everybody is on board with me. Thank you.
Itsu is glottal stop.
And fun fact, I took time after the last stream. I had mentioned it would be easier if all my LangTime stuff was in one notebook instead of like a separate notebook from other things. And so, yeah, I reorganized my digital space notebooks after last stream, and I now have a LangTime specific notebook. And so every page is notes during stream, or, you know, like things that we do, like the drawings in between time.
Okay, Doc. And this one is going to be Angma.
Yeah, if it's 80 inside and it is 80 upstairs all the time, I get very gross. My attitude, everything. David has to put up with it.
I am very fortunate.
So now David has taken my iPad, which is where I was taking notes, and so I'm going to wait to really do much else. Well, I can go up here and delete these.
Why don't I just kind of like draw one of these characters, and that'll be the next thing I do. For example, flower is an interesting one because it could have a descender. It looks like this. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
And I'll show you what I just drew. So flower looks like this. This is just a representation of Jesse's drawing. And so it's like if the writing line is here, you know, whatever. But if the writing line is here, then this could be some sort of descender, which could be interesting. So I'll work on that one next. But still putting things where they belong. Roost is what? Oh, wait, we have this in the document.
Oh, yeah, because it's not on my note pages anyway.
Oh. Wait a minute. No, hang. I'm sorry. We ended up not using roost. That's right. Hang is what we used. So prenasalized D is where hang goes. And that's right there. And next is, I think that's, crap, what is that one? I think it's body? But it's not stretch. It's body, which is M. Okay. And so this is M. And of course, I should have looked at what flower was while I had that thing, but it will be right here. Flower is R. Okay, so we're going to be working on R. I'll just start by putting something in there. Be working on start there. Well, let's flip it upside down because that's going to get us part of the way there. And I'm going to cut that and boop. Okay, so all right. I would love some thoughts on this, since I'm for no reason other than I just happened to pull it up. Like this bell shape right here could simplify to just like a U. It could come out as something like that. It could kind of like have a line that comes in like that. Could actually come out to like a W shape. But this one seems less likely if there's going to be a descender. So, for example, actually, it could be something like that, where there is a descender. through writing, it could be simplified to that, or even that. All right. I'm going to start. Let's do a little poll. Okay. A, B, C, D. Oh, and of course, Jake asking the real question, if there's nothing else which would be similar to it. Insect, no. Head, no. Forest, no. Moon. And I realize that there's no images to go with it, but the way that Jesse did the moon glyph was like that. And so, I mean, that's a pretty obvious U shape.
Dig, because one of my favorite ways is when the moon is just a sliver, but it's situated so it looks like a little bowl in the sky. I love it.
Too. It reminds me of two things that are very important, kind of like in my life. One of them is the book called The Big Orange Splot, but famously usually referred to as Mr. Plumbean. Look up that book because he has moons in that style. And then very almost as if they were inspired by this style. If you look at the artwork of the meat puppets, the Kirkwood brothers, their moons look like that. Anyway, so we're going to have 4 candidates here based on how plausible I think they are. And so 1, nice and rounded, it's going to be A. And then B is going to be essentially epsilon. I'm going to put in the writing line here. And then we're going to have 2 options here. And then okay, there is your A, B, C, and D for flower. The Meat Puppets are a band from Arizona. They had 1 hit. It's called Backwater. Great song. 1992. And actually the only reason that they came to national prominence is that Kurt Cobain was a big fan of the Meat Puppets. He brought them onto their last album with him, which was the Live in New York, the MTV Unplugged in New York. He brought the Kirkwood brothers on for 3 songs. He covered 3 of their songs, early songs, on that album. One of which was a minor hit, which was Lake of Fire. I think that was the most popular of the 3. There was Plateau and Omi and Lake of Fire. I think Lake of Fire was the one that some people heard. Okay, what should our glyph based on flower be? A, B, C, D. All right. And again, we have A, B, C, D. And the dash line is the writing line. Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, Songs in the Key of X had that Meat Puppets song, Unexplained. Man, no love for A. Too simple, I guess. I think it's...
I have lost track of what we're doing. I'm sorry. What's happening? What are we voting on?
Oh, you don't need to be on track. We're good.
Okay.
Actually, one of my favorite songs by the Meat Puppets. And so I will encourage you all to seek this one out, even if, you know, just on YouTube for one listen, is the song Things by the Meat Puppets. Special Jake request, and you know that Jake gets one request per episode. They've requested to know what you're thinking.
Oh, well, that's going to require me to know what we're talking about.
No. Jake just wants to know what's on your mind. Not about the poll.
Oh, I'm just fixing the document. I think. It doesn't seem to want to work.
Oh,
why can't I just add?
Someone mentioned that they prefer the stick sticking up a little higher, which is fine. Okay. Here, and just so everybody knows what one. It got the little crown. Okay. Let's get it going. Let's do it. All right, so the first thing is that this is going to need to be wider. Boop. But not just arbitrarily wider. It's going to be wide enough so that there's, well, we're going to start with 150 in between the spaces, the in-between spaces between the central line. We'll see if that is too big. If it is too big, then we'll shorten it by 50.
I have a quick question.
It's 175. Yep.
For something like the imperfective, which takes, like a prefix marker, but then also it combines with the participial form, and the participial form is adjectival in the sense that it's going to shift, depending on night or day class. Is that shift in the verb form going to be dependent on the subject, and it's going to shift to be in the same class as the subject?
As its inherent argument.
As its unmarked argument, I should say, not subject.
Yes.
It's unmarked. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so that's actually 150. So these are 175. So this is going to come in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. All right. And now, in terms of the height of both the descender and ascender, I'm not sure. But this should definitely be at 150. I think, for now. We can remove the overlap because it no longer matters. That's 275. That's 300. I can't remember what I set the descender at for this. The descender was negative 200, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's make it at negative 300. Anybody think this little sticky dude should be up 300 instead of 150? In other words, twice as big?
Stative state, not passive.
Okay, Jonathan does not think that, and Jonathan's opinion matters to me. All right, I'm going to have another question. we know what this is based on. This is 500. So this should be at 25. Let's do a quick A or B test. I'm not sure at this stage how low the descender can go. I had already hypothesized that the descender would be at negative 200, and that turned out not to be enough. So we made it negative 300. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see that lower. Context, it's kind of hard to do context because we don't have a lot of glyphs. Put some. Boom. How's that? Ooh. This is a odd when a descender continues above the baseline. There you go. Cinnamon, if you want to change your vote, I will allow it, which means that this poll is gonna be tied instead of the left one winning by 1. But yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hang on a sec. Does that fit all on the screen? I don't think it does. There, now it does. Incidentally, you see why kerning is important. This will need to get kerned.
Ooh.
It's not denying a vote. Cinnamon wanted to change her vote, okay? And that is okay. So we're going to mark that with yellow. Keep that. And we are going to move on. That's going to be the letter R. All right. Now, forest. I had kind of drawn forest, hadn't I? Somewhere? Seed, moth, paw. Well, let's do, actually, since we were just talking about it, let's do moon, which is going to be G, or prenasalized G. So this is our moon. Seems pretty straightforward. The only question is going to be the width. Patrick's still salty about hair dude.
Ooh.
Okay, what did I say it was? And this one. Okay, so simple. Beep. And that's done. Isn't that nice?
Yes, it is. Do I know what we're nicing? I don't know, but it's nice to nice things.
Yeah, it was a nice, simple little creation. So now we can move on to something else. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? So people can see. I can do that and that. You're gonna get double document. Let's see what that looks like. Double document. Okay, so actually I should keep track of what we've done here. Oh, and there's a handy way to do it. We've done squirrel. We've done body. We've done flower. We've done wing. We've done moon. And we've done hang. All right. I don't know, I kind of like document. Okay, well there's this one where I have to figure out which of the two images is going to work. I think I want to save this one till last. To stretch. That's the big one. Document. That's the one. Jake got it. Moth, seed. Seed is also one where there are a couple different drawings for seed, and so it's a question of which one to do. Paw and leaf.
Bless you.
You mind if I take a gander?
There you go.
The paw, the way that you've done this paw, it looks like the paw for when Stitch reaches up after Stitch realizes that he's on an island and he races around with Lilo and he's stealing everybody's left shoe. And at the very last point where he comes to the edge of the island and Lilo says, "It's nice living on a small island with no big cities." He like falls down like he's dead and then he goes, "Ah," and puts up his little paw. That's what that looks like.
I was trying to make it look how it would look hanging.
It makes sense.
But also after stealing. left shoes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's do that one. You can switch back. Okay. All right, so this paw kind of looks like this, and then it was like they're hanging. It's like a little like that. Boy, that didn't come out well. But yeah, something like that. And it was more of an arc like that in Jesse's drawing. So what immediately comes to mind is something like that. That would be super simple, but also you could imagine something like, right, becoming like that, and maybe that becomes, simplifies to that, or yeah, probably just a line. The only other thing I could think of would be like that. Another possibility, I might actually mock up both of those, see what they look like and what people think. Okay, pa is cha. An H shape with a tall hump. Another interesting idea. I might try a number of these. So that is KH. This one right here. Okay, so first, where's that? I'm going to try the overline. That might be too much. No, that's not too much. That's actually right. By the way, that's at 575. This is also at 575. Okay, good. All right. All right. That's option 1. And then I'm going to throw out an option 2 and an option 3 that I'll put right here. $200? Yeah, I think they'll. Super quick opinion. Should this line be at the midpoint along with these other two, or should it be slightly up just because it's a different shape? Love any opinions on that. And so up, by the way, is as is. Got a couple of ups, so I think that'll do it for me. Oh, Patrick is right. That must have hurt.
What?
Patrick being right.
Did it hurt you?
No, it hurt everybody. Nah. All right. Now this one, on the other hand, this is an interesting question.
Whew. Are we about ready to celebrate something?
We will be as soon as I'm done with this.
Okay.
This is 150 up, yeah, 1150. Okay, bearing in mind that this is not going to be the choice for the glyph, but you are looking at one of 4 finalists. Which of these moves on to the finals? Which one of these 4? And we're looking at, 1, 2, 3, 4. The difference between like 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 is the placement of the line. For the 2 and 4 options, the line is at the midpoint. For the other ones, it's raised slightly. And again, this is for paw. And it's based on a bat paw. Jonathan throwing out the random vote. Huh, the votes right now kind of make it look like a paw. Okay, this is going to be a runoff. Now it's just a vote between 1 and 2. 1 is on the left, 2 is on the right. The only difference is the placement of the midline, whether it is exactly at the midway point for 2, or with number 1, whether it's slightly raised.
Okay, back down here.
I just noticed that these pens are called Vision Needle.
Wow.
I think that Vision is a brand and Needle is the type, but like, honestly, as a word for pen, I'm just throwing this out as an etymology. A vision needle. It's a needle that you use to see.
To have vision?
Yeah, things in print. Okay. That is enough votes. It's going to be the midpoint. All right, so these are now yellow. And now the big vote. Make sure it's all on screen. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can go one more. Yeah, there we go. All right. What is going to be the final glyph for paw? Which one of these kind of evokes that image of the paw to you? And again, we're kind of basing it off that character there. Jesse's drawing was cuter, but it's basically it.
Whew, my computer is warm. Oh, wow, look at all these beautiful little glypharoos.
What is this charming table that I'm looking at in yellow?
Oh, I am colorifying. Do you see all the text around it? Oh, no, you probably can't, can you?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, things are happening. This is what happens when you leave me alone with a document.
The poll is hot. But I think there is a clear winner. And they're fans of the HE1. And so the HE1 it is. Let us put that there. That there. We don't need that. Make those yellow. And guess what, Jess? It is time to celebrate.
Yay! I have to see if something is still true. We did not enter that. Cool. I'm finding all sorts of things we haven't entered yet. It's really unfortunate. But I feel like you told me there was something that like we had changed our mind about on the verbs. Oh, it was... Yeah, okay. No, it's still right in the chart. Okay. But yeah, David, if you want to take...
It's on this side anyway. Heroes, glad the same, low. Nice. Okay.
But like while you're thinking up a Kopiko thing to say, if you want to take a look at the document, cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Look at where it says verbs : and then like it immediately starts going into the verbs grammar information.
Yeah.
I have revamped it all and made it all together, pretty explanations, so it all fits together.
Oh, how nice. Oh, lovely. Okay, let me get this one open.
Oh, you scrolled past what I did, but you saw
Yeah, I did.
the root of what I did.
And then I went back to, because I scrolled through and then I went back to the beginning.
Well, thank you.
Oh. Kopiko. The flavor precision. Precise. Yes, I do like that. Okay. I need a new image to consider. And it's either going to be leaf or moth, I think. Or forest.
Do you need the images again, or are you good?
Yeah, I'll come over there. All right, so the forest, it's 3 trees.
Mm-hmm.
The moth is going to be hard to just kind of copy without looking directly at it.
Well, here. I finished. I wanted to make sure I got my notes for today done, so.
Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see here. So the leaf is at a bit of an angle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so nope. Ignore that. Like that. So that's the leaf. Okay. I feel like if I persist with the joke Jonathan, then there should be something for Madeline too, like Madelator. This is at such an angle. Trying to I mean, could do worse than that. Probably better than that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna be it right there. Okay, leaf is N, right? Yeah, leaf is N. Let's just do that, and it's gonna have to shorten up. I don't know how much it's gonna have to shorten up. Whoa! Did you see that?
No, because I'm not looking at the same thing you are, but I did hear that.
Mm. 100. Whew.
Ooh, I just hit a key and I don't know if it did something, but I need to stretch. Oh my god, everything hurts. Oh.
Clippy. Yay.
Oh, I do love
clear out some of
the shape of a good paper clip.
So that's 250, but I'm not sure that should be 250. How you doing, Jess?
I'm ready for a nap.
Nap?
I gotta get energized, because as soon as we finished here, I gotta get moving and get things done for the day.
How's that at negative 99?
I am slipping. Ooh.
Okay, I want to try this. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Let me just delete those. They become those.
Okay.
150, 150. Bingo, bango, call me Rango.
Oh, I have so much more to clean up, but I think I've hit my limit of what I can do today. I've topped out here.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon asked if you can move the view up slightly. The bottom is cut off on screen. I need to take a wee bit of a break if you want to just go to just you, so that way they're just looking at your font thing.
There's only 17 minutes left.
Okay. Have you ever had good results importing drawn images?
Never even tried it.
Into FontLab? Okay.
Have never tried it, but I bet it's possible.
I think I'm going to try that. Like, I need a shape to start working with. If that makes sense. It's easier for me to have a shape to start working with.
You mean one shape to start the whole font, or a shape for each glyph?
For each glyph. Or at least for... well, probably for each glyph. And so I'm going to be curious to see if I can figure that out. I thought maybe... Because way back in the day, I remember you were trying to do... And I don't remember if it was just for ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But you had that tablet that you were trying to use to do the glyphs.
Oh, God, what a disaster.
But was that just for ideas, or was that actually going into the font program? Like, I can't remember if it was just like, I'm drawing this out to show.
It was just a replacement for a mouse. So, like, rather than using the mouse as the input when I was in FontLab, I just used the tablet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it wasn't very good.
Yeah. I remember you struggling.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glyphs left to do. And I feel like this forest should be easy, because all it is just the 3 trees, right? So you got this tree here.
I chose to go coniferous.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And then this one in the back, that's a little higher, see? So it should be easy. We're looking at something just like, wait a minute. Well, either that or that or something like that, or even, and maybe, you know what I mean? Something very evocative about that. I'm going to give that a shot. Let's start here. Let's actually make that the same width. So that is hang, which is D. Force is going to be K. So there's K in doc. Swap that. Do a little delete ski. Bring that down. 2, 3, 4, 5. And ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. There's your M shape. Right? Simple. Good old Mr. Line. Needs to be centered. That is at 450, and so that needs to be at 375. Yeah, see, that's centered. And that goes up like that. We're only only going to have it go down to the writing line. Okay. That's pretty simple. I do want to try something out. That angle is 40 degrees. What would happen if we brought these up to 40 degrees? I mean, pretty wild. I think there was a little fly.
You know,
the bananas.
Yeah, they always.
So what's the deal with that? What is the deal
flies.
with that? Like, do bananas create flies?
You know, I totally understand the medieval belief that that is indeed like what is happening, because it's like you didn't have any in the space, and then you bring a bunch of bananas in, and within a day you suddenly have fruit flies. You eat all the bananas, get rid of them, and within a day or two, you don't have the fruit flies anymore, the little gnats, the little tiny ones. And so, like, I think I remember learning in science, you know, like way back in middle school or whatever, where it's like, oh, it was believed that it was like the food itself that produced. And I thought it sounded kind of funny at the time, but now I'm like, no, I get it. Like, I kind of think it's the bananas, like they're producing them. Mm-hmm. They're the mother of the fruit fly. This needs to be worked into some sort of conlang word for the specific kind of fruit flies, as it's from a banana is the origin.
I'm pretty sure I know what the answer to this is going to be, but you know what? I just wanted to. I wanted to just, you know. I wanted to just do it out.
Magpie has a good little thing here.
Our magpie?
Yeah, and time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana. If we were going for sharper edges on more glyph shapes, the top row does feel very batty, but the bottom row feels more in line with this particular font aesthetically. Like, yeah. So it's like they're very good shapes, and they would definitely be shapes of another font face for our bats. Mm-hmm. And so definitely keep them.
Yeah.
Because look at that. Like, that's batty. Look at that.
It is indeed. All right. So then that is why you don't delete anything. You just keep it. In fact, actually, let me show you. Well, I should wait till... What is our base in this language?
9.
9? Okay. Let me create some number glyphs really quick. So...
Yeah, I think Magpie, but like the fact that you remembered to say it right then was perfect, so good timing. I feel like it was a comedian who first said that.
What?
Like, the time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana.
I never heard that.
Like Yogi Berra or someone. No, they wouldn't have coined it. It's older than that.
I'm just creating some places for the numbers, the future numbers to live.
So apparently one of the earliest instances was Anthony Oettinger gives that as an example. As early as 1963. And then somebody wrote Edison B. Schroeder in 1966 wrote like an ode to Erdinger, a little poem with time flies like an arrow, and there's a whole thing. So anyway, that's apparently maybe where it's from. Although the saying is also sometimes attributed to Groucho Marx. That's the comedian I was thinking of. However, that may be wrong. But like that was my memory, was it like went back to some comedian known for saying kind of silly punny things.
There we go. Now those are in place. I'm going to take a couple more. Second. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bam. Yep.
So Patrick, I think the opposite, because Patrick said if bats hang upside down, shouldn't their orthography be symmetric so that the letters look the same upside down and right side up? So, you know, whether you're right side up or upside down, you're going to see the same. I disagree. What I think is that means you shouldn't have any letters that are vertically opposite of each other. So like no PB situation, like the lowercase pb in English. Because effectively what you would want is everything still looks unique when you're upside down, so it's still easy to read. Maybe the earliest systems were even more boustrophodon-y because they were like, it doesn't matter what direction you go, it's just, you know, as long as no characters are, you know, reverse of each other, mirror images of each other, either horizontally or vertically, you could really read it anyway.
Okay. By the way, let me just see, yeah. So what I just did, by the way, I deleted those characters in a very specific way because, of course, all of these are actual Unicode points, which theoretically could enjoy some use in the font. Everything that's down here at the bottom is nothing. You see how they like have, it's like this one's called, you know, capital Delta .1. These little characters live only inside of this font and nowhere else. So it means that you can delete all of this stuff, still keep it, still have it as a part of the font, never lose it, while not eating up all of this space that might be used for something else, something that you actually want to type. And so then you can hang on to these little ideas for later, like our sharp M's, which indeed are very cool. That might be a little font variant that we can do. I already have some ideas.
Ooh, yay.
Yep. Anyway, so good stuff. Okay, yeah, so we have the forest now.
I will say in general, like if you choose to say a writing system is a boustrophodon, for ease of documentation, you still just write it from left to right and say, hey, but they could write it in any direction they want, period. That's all that's going to get represented, even if there is a batstrophodon. Mm-hmm. Did you hear that?
I did hear it. My goodness. So we've got 3 minutes here. I don't know, because seed is difficult, seed is difficult, moth is difficult, stretch, I wasn't super sure what to do with it. We have the ear head situation, and then the insect is also difficult. Incidentally, I know I said I was going to save it for last, but with the head, you know, it essentially, or ears, right, were kind of like this. I mean, that's basically that. Yeah. And then if we added the cute little features there, that would...
You could do just like a little V shape. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable.
You like that?
I do. So, fun story about this boustrophodon thing. One of my students very specifically wanted to write in a spiral style that it was for like a language that was more like a spell language. And so effectively her idea was that when writing these spells, they would be directed at a specific physical point, and so that would serve as the center, and then you write in a spiral moving out so it never stops and it just grows bigger around the central thing that you're trying to do the spell around. Because the written spells were effectively what created these sort of magical things. Which was a cool idea, and I told her that was fine to like say, but I was like, you should just type everything as is, otherwise that's going to get really complicated to give example sentences. But she was determined to prove me wrong, and after 3 example sentences came up to me and said, yeah, you're right, I should just type these like normal. She really tried, though. She was writing in her little spirals. Very, very cool images, but yeah, it did not last for the entire document.
All right, so obviously the M shape is the simplest thing to do. But the little, I know that the little V shape is cute.
Could also just be a dot, because I don't know if a V will fit nicely there in that particular space.
We're about to find out.
Ooh, bye, Jonathan. Enjoy your dinner.
Hold on a sec.
Does this line cut up a little bit at the red node on the left?
Which one?
The one that... Okay, never mind. You just got rid of it.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Don't worry about that. So this is at 40. This needs to be at 40 as well. And that is there. But now we need to shorten it up. And so shorten it we shall. And it's going to be shortened right there at 250.
Oh my God, it could be just a double M.
That's an interesting idea that I want to hang on to. It's not going to work because the lines are of different thicknesses.
But like, that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. I'll try to do like a real double M. So let me put these up here. So there's that. There's this one.
Oh, that's kind of cute too. Okay, go on.
The actual double M would look like this. I'm just going to separate that by, what's 411 plus 150?
566.
Oh, 411 minus 150.
You made me go the other way. Okay, so 311, 261.
Okay. That's not a lot of space. Let me,
It is not, but I still love it. It evokes the flag for me. Their flag. And I don't know why, because it's only the one going across.
I'm going to try
Maybe it's the multiple layers.
I'm going to try something. Why are there 2 nodes there? Do you see that? Do you see how they defy me?
Defy.
Okay, that's at 40, so what we're going to do is we're just going to increase this till we get to 40.
Oh, I see where the 2 nodes are.
It's not possible. I either get 45 degrees or 33.7.
It's all over now.
Okay, that makes it, 40. Okay, that's fine. So
Defying Davity.
591. That's fine.
He'll appreciate that later, Jake. That was good.
Okay, we're going to do that, and then we're going to do... No! 1, 2... Oh my God!
I can't wait to see what just happened on your screen, because I'm only seeing now the highlighting.
That's too much. That's too much. We're going to do that.
Fair. Another potential idea. So we have sort of an M with a line vertically. We could do just a horizontal line across. Like M. Because then that would represent sort of the whole head. Here up.
You're right. And that's at the... Okay, okay. This is probably going to be the pole.
Oh, I like that idea. Let our patrons choose.
Oh, gosh, that is not a lot of space. That is not a lot of space.
You can move it down a little bit, like a tiny bit?
You can move it down, and then the midline won't be...
Oh.
It won't share a midline with anything else. Literally anything else. Oof. What's that at? We can try it. It's at the midline, it's at the bottom.
Ooh, yeah. I'm good with that. It also really is given ear vibe.
I have one more slide idea.
Okay.
One more slide.
And then, babe, we really need to be going.
I know, but...
We got a schedule.
But I wanted to see what you thought about this.
I'm waiting to find out what it is. So far, nothing's happened yet.
Okay, and then what's another one? Lozenge.
Lozenge.
Just where these things are sitting right now. In other words, it could go above the writing line, like
two little ears.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something to consider. It's just traditionally taller than everything else.
It doesn't... The problem is it doesn't go as far up as a descender. It needs to go another 50, which would screw up the writing line. Oh, hold on. I apologize. I'm going to do one more thing.
He's apologizing to me, by the way.
I know. I am apologizing. And, oh yeah. Hold on a sec. Oh, it's even taller now.
Waiting for it to catch up.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is a little hat among writing symbols. Boopity boop.
My goodness.
All right, well, patrons will have a lot to decide based on whatever ones you decide to show them in the poll. We appreciate you all. Thank you for
Steve
being
just texted,
here.
I going through the gate, I say going through the gate. All right, everybody, stay grammar.
And if you're a patron, we have a patron live stream this Saturday.
Patron live stream. Woo!
Starting sometime around 1 p.m. Pacific. I say sometime. It'll be 1:05.
Yeah.
But we will see you all then if you are able to make it. Otherwise, we'll see you next Thursday.
Yep. Jewelry Hell's one and all. Bye-bye.
Bye.